Recording in progress.
Good evening, and welcome to this meeting of the Old Kings Highway Committee of the Town of Yarmouth, which is being held in accordance with Chapter 470 of the Acts of 1973 as amended at 7:15 p.m. on Monday, December 8th, 2025 at the Yarmouth Town Hall Hearing Room, located at 1146 Route 28, South Yarmouth. Moreover, pursuant to Chapter 20 of the Acts of 2021, considering certain COVID-19 measures, this meeting is being run in hybrid mode, meaning there's obviously live participation. Undoubtedly, there will be some Zoom participation via internet as well. 10 new applications for certificates of appropriateness will be heard this evening in the order listed on the agenda. Please be reminded that our committee's main purpose is to review items for appropriateness and setting, and it is the responsibility of the applicant to comply with the regulations of other town boards and departments, including building, conservation, engineering, health, zoning, and the sign inspector. You should know that there is a 10 calendar day appeal period starting once a decision is filed with the town clerk. Any person aggrieved by our decision tonight can appeal to the Regional Commission of the Old Kings Highway Historic District. Our office administrator, Lisa Sherman, will be happy to answer any questions you may have regarding this process. As some of you regulars may know, our process here is to have the applicant and/or the applicant's representative or representatives, if present, come before us, sit at the table in front of me, speak into the microphone, identify yourself or yourselves, and state your application without interruption from members of the committee or the public, after which I will ask the committee to make comments and/or ask questions, and following that, the public will be free to make comments and/or ask questions, and if present for that purpose, if you would kindly stand to the podium to my front left, speak into the microphone, state who you are, where you live, and present your case. So, having said all that, the first item on the agenda is 25-A-167. It's to paint the front clapboards, trim, and doors at 11 Apache Drive. Daniel and Jane Kunhart are the owners. Mark Baker House Painting Services is the agent. And who do we have this evening?
Dan Kunhart here.
Okay, I know you said it, but if you would repeat it into the microphone.
Dan Kunhart from 11 Apache Drive. And we wish to have our house painted, and since we're changing the color on the front clapboards, we did the application here to the Historic Committee.
Okay, is that it?
I guess so. I mean,
Okay.
it's in the, we have white trim to be painted, front door, back door, and the front clapboards.
Very good. Questions or comments from the committee? Evidently not.
So
Any-
actually,
Oh.
hold on. I just want to confirm that this is the blue you want to paint the front of the clapboards?
Yes.
And this is the front door, the
Goldish, gold color, yes.
side or back door, the white?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure I understood. Thank you. And so you're just changing paint, nothing else?
That's it.
Any other questions or comments from the committee? Questions or comments from the public, especially abutters? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion on the application.
I move to approve application 25-A-167.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor of approval signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
And aye. So, before you leave, if you would be kind enough to come up and sign this document, in case you change your mind about colors, you'll let us know.
Thank you. I wish you didn't make it this difficult,
Thank you. Good luck with it.
Thank you very much. I'm free to go.
Thank you.
You are free to go.
You're lucky you're first.
The next item on the agenda is 25-A173. It's to install a porch over the front door at 12 Plymouth Road. Julie Kelly is the owner. Chris Renaud is the agent.
My name is Julie Kelly. I live at 12 Plymouth Road.
Chris Renaud.
My neighbor.
We're all ears.
It's you.
Putting a small A-frame over the front door that is just gonna sit on two 4x6s and just come out just the width and depth of the front step, which is just the top step, which would be 4 in, 4 wide. And it'll be trimmed and match the existing home. The pitch on the A-frame that will cheek into the, valley into the existing home will be the same pitch as the existing home. So everything will stay pretty much within the scope of what's there now, but just a tiny little something for her to get in to the house without having a slippery way in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that it would qualify as a porch, although I'd love that too, but it's really kind of just the covering of the step.
Okay. Questions or comments from the committee?
So the steps are, I'm sorry,
Go ahead.
steps are remaining? You're not changing the steps?
No. It's just a precast step at the moment. Yep.
Sorry.
Same question.
Oh.
Same answer?
Same answer.
Hasn't changed.
So essentially, we're talking about a roof over posts. No, it's not enclosed.
Right, right. Yeah.
Okay. Questions or
very
comments
exciting.
from the public?
I think it's very exciting, by the way. I've never done this in all the years I've lived in Yarmouth.
I keep telling her this isn't exciting, but she's.
I know. What does that say about me?
Any comments from the public, especially abutters? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion on this application.
Move to approve application 25-A173. Second?
Been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
And aye.
That's
So
exciting.
it should be very nice.
Now that's
This is like.
exciting.
I did ask if it was televised. I was like, I think
Yeah,
I
it's
need to
recorded.
change.
Go back
I
and
know.
watch it.
I had to stop her from going in and changing all her stuff to come in.
Okay, we'll stop gloating and sign this in case you decide to change it.
No, it's fun though. This is fun.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Do we sign something?
Yes, you have to sign this in case you decide you want to enclose it or in any other way change it from what you've stated tonight.
Travel club, is that?
Right here.
Is that travel basketball?
Yes, yes. I coach with the, for the town and.
Good luck with it.
A bunch of programs for 31 years.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I know.
I was so excited.
Probably miss it when you're outside.
Yeah, right.
I know, right?
The next item on the agenda is 25-A174. It's to install 3 new skylights and replace 2 rear roof sections at 24 Thatcher Shore Road. Paul Messier is the owner, Barry Hall is the agent.
Hello, I am Paul Messier, 24 Thatcher Shore Road. Oh, and the project, 3 skylights prospectively going into a rear bathroom as part of a bathroom renovation. These skylights would not be visible from the road. The bathroom is in the rear of the house. And the roof replacement, we're using red cedar just as we used previously for other approved work that was completed 2 years ago.
Is that it, Paul?
That's it.
Okay. Questions or comments from the committee?
So the application says, let's see, new window, new slider. So there's a new slider going into,
There's a slider, yes.
being replaced,
No, it's a new doorway,
a new opening.
new opening out.
So
Again, not visible from the street. It's a side.
just curious where that's going. See if I can-
Yeah, if you look on the west side of the house. Yeah, I don't know if there's I didn't give you a picture of that, but Barry included it in the plans.
So that's on, behind the garage?
Yes.
Is that it there? Try to see where it's going. So Paul, is it right here?
No problem.
Is that where the new slider's
Yeah,
going?
no, well, yes, generally, it's right,
So there's steps right there now. Is that an existing door?
no, that's the new door. That's what, yeah, you've got your finger on the new
Okay.
door. Yes,
So
perfect.
it's a slider?
Yes.
Okay. And is it going to have grids? It looks like the picture shows grids.
Yes. Which would match the rest of the grids. Although, again, that's not going to be visible from the street.
Is any of this visible from Thatcher Shore Road?
None of it is.
Any other questions or comments from the committee?
I think the roof replacement is like for like.
It's like for like, red cedar for red cedar. It's just the existing,
Blessing from us is required.
sorry?
No blessing from us is required.
Good to hear. I guess.
So this-
I'd be happy for a blessing.
Other questions?
Good, I had the privilege of a tour by Paul.
Nice.
Yeah, we took a tour the other day. Just, yeah, confirming that, again, it's not visible from anywhere on the street, any of this work,
So just
including the roof.
to
actually.
clarify, on the application it says windows 4 in the rear color white. Are they going to be match the black that you have on the front?
Oh, if you go, no, because if you go around the rear of the house, the front-facing part of the house is kind of the more antique, let's call it, side of the house. The back has been extensively renovated and has a different look, and so it's got kind of gray windows and trim and all of that. So we would keep it consistent with what's there, and so it would be a white gray.
So the trim is gray on the house, all the trim, right?
The trim, yeah, you're right. Actually, all of the trim throughout the house is gray.
Okay, so they're just going to be a different color grids in the back, but you can't see them anyway. So they're different in the back than the front, which is black.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions or comments from the committee? Questions or comments from abutters or other interested members of the public? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion on the application.
Move to approve application 25-A174.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
And aye. So Paul, if you'll sign this document in case you want to make any changes. And after that, you're free to go.
Are you guys here
You're
full-time
welcome.
now?
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
The next item on the agenda is 25-A175. It's to replace windows at 59 Freeman Road. L'Esperance Nicole TRS, Lynn L'Esperance IRR TRST are the owners, and Sand Dollar Customs LLC is the agent.
On the phone, I mean, on the Zoom. So I move to table this application, 25-A175, until the end of the meeting.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor of tabling the application until the end of the meeting signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
And aye. And we will move on to 25-A176. It's to install 27 solar panels on the front and side roofs at 10 Hummock Lane. Arthur Nichols is the owner. Sunrun Installation Services is the agent.
Good evening, Steve Kelly from Sunrun. We're proposing 27 panels on multiple planes, 5 different planes. This house is cut up quite a bit, sort of all over the place. 2 of the arrays will be on a detached garage. We've done our best to keep it off the street. It's a short street that ends into a sort of a dead-end cul-de-sac. And again, black-on-black panels, and do the best we can.
Okay. Questions or comments from the committee?
My old favourite, do you know how old the roof is, Steve?
I don't. It's,
Why do we have this conversation?
you know what, I was kind of kicking myself tonight. The sun sets awfully early. And I came to Yarmouth, then I went back to Sandwich, and I don't think the roof is that old, but,
I think I can answer it for you.
okay.
According to the field card at the town website
Yep.
for this house, the roof was replaced in 2013. That's the age of the roof.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, that would make it probably not a candidate for removal with Sunrun's general policy, especially an architectural roof.
Nonetheless, I hope the owner is aware that the projected lifespan of the solar panels is greater than the remaining projected life of the roof. And at some point in time, you may have to pay to have the panels removed and replaced.
Correct. I can't answer to whether they have been specifically told that. I agree with you. You know, they should know that. I can't say for certain that they would have to be replaced prior to the system being done.
Do you know what Sunrun's policy is with regard to the age of comparable roofs?
I have advocated for new roofs since I started with Sunrun. The policy is, you know, and it's not every case that the owners pay for the removal of the panels. If the roof is unsafe to install on, we won't go on it. But generally, they have found, you know, and this is a fairly large study group, that the age of the roof really doesn't predict the number of leaks or failures that that roof will have. So I don't know if that's a bad look at our install crews, that they damage newer roofs, or it's just the fact that the roofs fail pretty much evenly across the board. Because it cost us money, cost Sunrun money to do the removal and replace. We're not in business for that.
Although having said that, that's not really, our decision's not based on that. I have to say that Hummock Lane is a short road, and this one's on the corner of Maycumber, and if you take a left on Maycumber, there is a house with clearly visible solar panels on the roof right there, a big rectangular array, so the neighborhood's got them.
Yeah, just trying to figure out this style.
They may be, that's one with us, I didn't do a thorough drive-through.
Well, it's certainly not a thoroughfare.
No, and I off of North Dennis Road, the house that's on the corner has quite an extensive stockade fence, so at least in a Prius, you're not seeing that house as you drive by.
Any other questions or comments from the committee? Any questions or comments from the public, especially of butters? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion on this application.
I move to approve application 25-A176.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 And aye.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You got your own pen. It's not your first rodeo. It probably won't be the last. Yeah.
You have another one somewhere else?
No, right here tonight.
Oh. Oh, you do tonight? Oh, jeez.
Okay. You're welcome. The next item on the agenda is 25-A177. It's to install 16 solar panels on the front roof at 28 Winsome Road. Allison Bosk is the owner, and Trinity Solar LLC is the agent.
Move to table this application till the end of the meeting, 25-A177.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor of tabling this application until the end of the meeting signify by saying aye.
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 And aye. So we will move on to 25-A178. It's to install Tesla Powerwall 3 and backup gateway at 22 Apache Drive. Jean Ann and Paul Glynn are the owners. Sunrun Installation Services is the agent.
Good evening. Steve Kelly from Sunrun. And we are proposing adding a backup battery to the project that we've already done at 22 Apache Drive. It will be attached to the side wall of the house. It is a white battery that protrudes probably about 8 inches and roughly 2 feet by 3 feet in size. Be mounted to the side of the wall. That's it.
Okay. Questions or comments from the committee?
It's interesting. So curious about the Tesla battery. Is that typically what you guys install?
We have been installing loads of Franklin batteries. And, I'm sure I've mentioned before, I do wood, not wire, so I'm not completely up on the batteries. But the majority of the ones that we are installing are the Franklin batteries. We've been doing batteries probably for about 8 years, and they have been nothing but a headache. We now are only installing on the exterior of the home. We will not put it in a garage. We will not put it in the basement because we had too much difficulty with fireproofing the area where the battery was. We are working towards trying to be able to install them away from the house, but we haven't got the right structure yet to mount the battery because this battery weighs about 275 pounds. So you can't just stick it on a pole in the backyard. It's got to be pretty secure so it doesn't get knocked over. But we've been doing a lot of them, and part of it was in the design of the batteries, the colder temperatures weren't allowing them to function. So now they've got internal heaters and they're able to be mounted on the exterior.
So what's the fire, do they spontaneously combust or something? What's the fire risk?
Right now,
The Franklin ones?
slim to none, really. We haven't had any instances of it. The Tesla Powerwall 2 was recalled. I don't know how many of those we put in, but in Mass lately, we've just been doing the Franklins. I'm not sure why this one is a Tesla, truthfully. But as far as that goes, we typically have a permit with the fire department as well as the building department. And electrical, of course.
And I also wonder if there's any I noticed that there is looks like a dwarf Alberta spruce or something in the back corner of that wall. Is there any plan to screen it with any kind of plantings or anything so it's less visible from the street?
I don't know if there is. It almost could be buried with a trash barrel. It is right now planning on being towards the street side of the house. You're really not going to see it much coming from 6A, but you will see it going the other direction, although there was a car parked in front of it tonight, which would have blocked it. And it is a sleek design, given Tesla's, history.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not sure that installation on a post would be more appealing to this member of the committee.
I don't see it as being any different than a generator.
That's a discussion that's being had.
Generators have to be 5 feet off the house, so 30 inches, something like, there is a separation requirement.
Yeah, it falls along the same criteria. I don't think we're running into it as much with the Powerwall, but with the Franklin battery, there's an issue with how much it can send back to the grid. So they're making it up as they go right now, basically. And again, as I said, I don't do electrical, but I know that they're really working hard to get these things in. Sunrun is trying to focus its attention on storage and batteries almost more than solar.
Any other questions or comments from the committee? Questions or comments from abutters or other interested members of the public? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion on this application.
I move to approve application 25-A178.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
And aye.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you, Steve.
You too.
You too.
Thank you.
The next item on the agenda is 25-A179. It's to replace a bay window with a triple unit and replace the rest of the windows at 793 Route 6A. Melissa Stashtawuk, I'm sure I've screwed that up, and I apologize, and John Carpenter. She's the owner, he's the agent. Thank you. Great.
Good evening, how you doing?
I can't be chastised for getting it wrong.
That's right, that's right, that's right. Yeah, so that's exactly what we're trying to do. Replace all the windows, change the front bay window to 3 double hungs, just like you see in the plan. Pretty much as simple as that. Same rough opening, same location, no changes there, just 3 double hungs instead of a bay.
Okay. Questions or comments from the committee?
So it looks like the existing windows are 12/12, and the application is switching to 6/6,
Correct? Yes.
the white grids
White, yes.
between glass. And so the front of the house, it says on the application 3 in the front, but there's going to be 3 double hungs replacing the bay window, and the other 2 in the front are also being replaced, I take it?
That's correct.
Okay,
Yep,
thank you.
yep.
Any questions or comments from the committee?
Pretty straightforward to me.
Any questions or comments from the public? Hearing none, I will entertain a motion on this application.
Move to approve application 25-A179.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
And aye.
Good.
So,
Thank you.
John, as you know, because you're not paying attention, in case you want to make any changes, you'll let us know. Confirmed by your signature. Right there. Good luck with it. You're welcome.
Good
Good
night.
night. The next item on the agenda is 25-A180. It's to replace a garage door with a window and replace a window with two windows on the right side at 54 Freeboard Lane. Luke Stratton and Leah Marino are the owners. Cape Cod Custom Build, Inc. is the agent.
Good evening. My name's Linda Bedard, Cape Cod Custom Build. Pretty much exactly what you said. Homeowners want to remove the garage door, put one window in the front of the house. There's one window on the right side of the house existing now. We'd like to replace that with two windows on that right-hand side to give the homeowners more interior living space.
Is that it?
Yep.
Okay, we have received a letter from an abutter with reference to this application, which I will read into the record. Sent to Lisa Sherman and the Old Kings Highway Committee from Pete Pasquaretta, resident of Old Kings Highway 60 Freeboard Lane, Yarmouth Port. Subject, Old Kings Highway new item, number 9, 25-A180, changes to 50 Ford Freeboard Lane. I am the owner at abutment property at 54 Freeboard Lane. I am opposed to the changes as described to garage and windows. The ranch-style house is not built for a room other than a 3-bedroom house with garage. The appearance, if that is Old Kings Highway intentions, should be what fits Old Kings Highway and specifically Freeboard Lane. I do not believe any structures on Freeboard Lane would be seen as a convenient garage to a room, office, bedroom, etc. From my perspective, this lowers my property value street profile visually. 54 Freeboard has a full basement for potential office conversion equipped with heat and lighting. Old Kings Highway is about appearance. In addition to this opportunity to voice my property concerns, 54 Freeboard Lane landscape has been a very major eyesore for 1 year. I have been informed that Old Kings High will not address landscape concerns from abutment property owners, which is extremely confusing to understand. Additionally, I received a letter from Old Kings Highway regarding notice of public hearing. I have less than adequate time in order to make comments. I had no idea of changes at 54 Freeboard Lane and little time to address my concerns. I have read and reviewed Old Kings Highway policies. 54 Freeboard Lane has, with no permits, 1, erected stone wall and boulder boundaries, 2, installed above-ground pool, wide open, no privacy fence, 3, installed erected shed on property, 4, what appears to be faulty installation of drainage, front side yard, earth sediment is being leached onto Freeboard Lane, a Town of Yarmouth town road. 5, entryway onto Freeboard Lane from outward reach roadway past 54 Freeboard corner lot is a less than desirable visual exposure experience. I respectfully request Old Kings Highway to deny 54 Freeboard Lane, item number 9, 25-A180, changes IAW Old Kings Highway protocol. I also request 54 Freeboard to complete correct drainage, landscape damage issues with respect and consideration for abutting property owners immediately. I request Old Kings Highway to address violations from 54 Freeboard Lane, no permits for above-ground pool, boulders, retaining walls, and shed installation. As the property owner of 60 Freeboard Lane, I may be forced to request permits, purchase, erect, and maintain a high privacy fence to block the view from 54 Freeboard. The cost will exceed $10,000, and with no potential assistance from Old Kings Highway. Respectfully, Pete Pasquaretta, 60 Freeboard Lane, Yarmouth Port, Mass., Old Kings Highway District property owner, with his phone number. Our office administrator, Lisa Sherman, responded, "Hi, you can check on the application number on the attached agenda to view the request for 54 at Freeboard Lane that will be addressed at the Old Kings Highway meeting on December 8th. If you have any comments regarding the proposed changes that will be discussed at the December 8th meeting, you can send an email to me that can ensure the committee will consider as part of their I can ensure the committee will consider as part of their deliberations. They won't be discussing anything relating to landscaping, just the request described in the Certificate of Appropriateness application. If you have any comments about why the request is inappropriate for the historic district, they will want to hear your feedback on why you feel the request is out of place in the Old Kings Highway District. I hope that helps. Please let me know if you have any questions. Best regards, Lisa Sherman. I'm not sure which came first, his letter or your response, or...
We went back and forth several times.
Okay.
His response was to the one that you just read from me. It was a long chain.
Okay, all right. So, with all of that added into the record, are there any comments or questions from the committee?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I have a lot of comments and thoughts. Number one, as Jim Wilson has told us, an application of appropriateness should not incorporate anything else. It's just the application itself is to be considered, not other violations or anything else going on at the property. They are separate from the application. So we're supposed to view the application in its own merits, regardless of other things going on at the property.
Would that not potentially put the committee in a position of knowingly condoning the request for forgiveness for the lack of...
So here's the thing, we do not have enforcement power. All those complaints need to go to the building department, not to us. So they need to be directed to the building department. All Mr. Pasquaretta's complaints about other issues that were done without permits, the shed, the stone wall, whatever, that should be submitted to the building department. Or we can forward it to the building department. We have no enforcement capabilities.
The pool is under the jurisdiction of the building department, not Old Kings Highway. We have no say in that. The building department issues a permit for it, and I believe there is a permit of record for that pool.
There is not.
I found one in the property card.
It's an application, is it not? But it's not been permitted, according to the department when I went there today.
They said it wasn't permitted.
All of this is interesting,
Yeah.
but not germane.
Right.
Well, could I offer, sir,
Yes.
as an extension of humanity,
Yes.
should we offer the applicant the opportunity to withdraw such that at any time in the future the application is returned, tabled, the property is in compliance with the rules of the town, all of them?
Yeah, I don't know anything about the landscaping. They called me as far as this renovation went, strictly on converting the garage. So as far as all of the outstanding items that were just read today, I have nothing to do with that, so I'm not sure. And I will proceed however you guys recommend.
I don't believe we have anything to do with those either.
Yeah.
No.
You know, as far as, I've been to the property, so as far as the shed, I don't know what they applied for, what they didn't. Those things that were read are on the property, but I don't know anything about those. I literally would be exactly what I applied for, which
I mean,
would be
there's
removing the garage
potential
door.
remedy for the complaints that I read. We are not the remedy for the majority of the complaints. We deal with structures.
Yeah, and I'm not, I don't know how to, I wouldn't deal with those either. I'm a builder, so as far as the landscape end of it, that's,
Could I offer that, in light of the abutter's letter and what feels like a slightly tense situation, that we should take the recommendation of the bulletin and suggest that the applicant does at least meet with the abutter, Mr. Pasquaretta?
I see no harm in that. If you feel that that's of value, then
just to understand that you want the homeowner to meet with the neighbor?
I think it's being offered as a suggestion,
Yep.
not a mandate.
I think we need to discuss,
Would that be
I think we
correct?
need to
Yes,
discuss
it's
this
in the
more.
bulletin, and it seems to me that there's some heat in this letter.
Yeah.
Landscaping, one man's freedom fighter is another man's terrorist,
Exactly.
Somebody may or may not like somebody else's landscape.
Yep.
I understand completely. but there's definitely heat in this letter. And it seems to me that if the applicant wants to be on good terms with the town and with the abutter,
Yep.
there will be no harm done, possibly, if the two were to meet, possibly reduce the temperature, and, in my personal view, get a permit for the pool.
And I have no problem with that. I can
Well,
go
just
back
to-
and tell
just
them
to
that. But
sort
I'm
of-
just curious, as far as, like, just the part that would be the Old King Highway part of the structure, separate from all of the other items that Peter has brought up, is there a way that pending those things, so that we wouldn't have to do another meeting, that you would?
You won't have to do another meeting here,
Okay,
for certain.
Okay.
We'll adjudicate this application here
for
tonight.
that, for those changes, and then,
Whether we're going to approve it, or whether we're going to deny it, or whether we're going to, in some way, modify the application, or we're going to defer to a subsequent meeting. We have those options, but we will focus on what
yeah.
we have the authority to decide, and we will not focus on the other items in the complaint that we don't have jurisdiction over. I've read them into the public record, so that's, I think I've done my due diligence insofar as that's concerned, and I don't think any further action on what doesn't pertain to what we do needs to be either discussed or decided by this committee.
And
So
I'm
we'll-
not sure, like, I need to figure, I don't know that I want to get involved in that other end of it between
You don't need to.
the two neighbors. That has nothing to do with what I would be doing there. But I'd be willing, I will pass on your comments.
Yeah, it would be nice if there was harmony in the neighborhood. I think
Right.
that's what's
Doesn't
being
always
conveyed here.
happen.
Pardon me?
Doesn't always happen.
Doesn't always happen, no. All right, so,
It might be possible for the two owners in conflict here to meet with the building inspector
Yeah,
to sort this out.
yep.
And that has happened in another instance in town.
Yeah, I will propose that for sure.
I still feel like the past violations are not applicable to this application. I think they should be put aside, not considered when we think about this application, because they're not relevant. They happened in the past. They have nothing to do with what they're applying for, which is to convert the garage into an office.
all right, so staying focused. Are there any further comments or questions from the committee with regard to this application?
We can pass on the exterior appearance of what they're doing. What they do inside what is currently the garage is none of our business.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've been dealing with Brad Inkley on it, and that's,
Any other questions or comments from the committee?
No, Chairman.
I guess the question in my mind that the committee needs to deal with is it converting this, I looked throughout the whole neighborhood when the abutter at 60 said there are no other ranchers that don't have a garage. And I didn't look at every single house, but for the most part, all of them have garages. Is that something that,
there is one on Barnacle, the corner of Barnacle and Gibstay,
that has,
I think.
that converted it?
I think it was about a year and a half ago, converted their garage into like a full season, a
Right.
full season room.
And there have been other applications that we've dealt with on other neighborhoods.
Yep.
Gingerbread comes to mind, that they converted a garage into a bedroom that is not in the same street, but it has happened before in Old Kings Highway.
As far as the aesthetics to the front of the home, you know, it has you have the pictures there. You know, the left-hand sort of setback has that one window, and then it's the two windows with the front door. And that, the area on the right would have that single window, so aesthetically, on the exterior, I don't think it would be, I actually live in the neighborhood, so I don't think it would be not aesthetically
So
pleasing.
that'd be almost more symmetrical.
Be
You're saying
symmetrical,
one window
exactly.
over here, so with the one near, matching the one window over there.
Yeah, I mean, that being said, some of the other things that he's complaining about might be justified, but as far as the aesthetics of what the house would look like after this renovation,
Did they leave the driveway?
yes.
So the massing, the proportions, all of that of the proposed change would not be changed. It's just the fenestration. We're replacing a door from the exterior appearance, which is what we deal with.
Yep.
We're replacing a door with a window.
The garage door with a window, and there's existing one window
On the gable
in the
end.
middle on the right-hand side
Okay.
that we would kind of add one more window and just spread them out a little bit more. Exactly.
From the
Yep.
streetscape.
From the gable end, there's one window becomes two.
All right.
down here.
Any other questions or comments from the committee? Any questions or comments from any other abutters or anybody else interested in this application? Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion on it.
I move to approve application 25-A180.
Second?
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 And aye.
Thank you.
Okay. So in case you want to make any changes, you'll let us know, right there.
So you live in that neighborhood?
Yeah,
Is it your company, Cape Cod? Oh, cool. Do you have a card?
I do in the car. Have a great holiday.
Thank you.
I'll come back in and drop it.
Good night.
Thank you.
The next item on the agenda is to replace a porch at 214 Route 6A. It's 25-A181. Catherine Dolan and Amy Dolan Galvin are the owners.
Good evening. Catherine Dolan, homeowner at 214 Route 6A. I'd like to replace the wraparound porch at the house. It's deteriorated and has lived its life. I'd like to replace it with just steps. I don't want the wraparound porch as it exists now. It's not original to the house. It was most likely put on around 1940.
So when you say steps, I'm sorry, are you done? I'm sorry, were you finished?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Questions or comments from the committee?
Is this what you're proposing to?
Yeah, just simple
So the entire
steps.
existing porch would be removed,
Correct.
and these steps would be installed?
Yeah, something similar to that, yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So just steps right for the door?
Yes. It would mimic the back door of the house or my kitchen door.
Okay, so I'm confused, because it says deck size 53 feet by 7 feet.
Yeah, that's the existing porch.
Oh, so that's not what you're putting on?
No,
That's what
I'd
you're
like to
taking
take that
off.
off.
Oh, I was confused when it says the deck size 53 by 7. Okay, sorry. So just steps leading up to the
Main,
door, and that's it?
main door entrance, yep.
And do you know what the size is in those?
I was hoping to come out more, what did I say? I don't forget on the application.
See size anywhere.
So like come out 6 feet and then have them be like 10 feet wide. So it would look a little grander than my back door entrance, but not as grand as a wraparound porch.
Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, yep. As the steps.
Okay, so it'd be 3 steps?
Yeah.
And what's the height?
Well, I'm hoping that it's going to be 3 steps. I don't know, like, to code how tall they have to be.
Supposed to be 7.5 to 8.5 inches is the rise.
Okay.
Code.
Okay. So I don't know how tall they will be.
And then depending on the height off the ground dictates whether you need a railing or not. But that's the
Right.
building department.
Oh, okay. So one of the contractors that came by and gave me estimates, I just got rough estimates, said that I could, you see those cannonball railings?
Yeah.
That some of those could be salvageable. And so if I do need railings, according to then I would salvage those for sure.
I
'Cause
like those railings.
yeah, they don't make them anymore.
They're very unique.
Yeah,
I was
they're
hoping you would get rid of them.
yeah, absolutely. So I definitely would like to incorporate that into it.
So you stated that the approximate age of the porch is 1940? Mm-hmm. You have a basis for saying that?
Yes, my great uncle would have given it to his wife as a wedding present.
Porch?
The reason I ask the question is that we have, as a committee, approved in principle the Secretary of Interior's standards for historic preservation. And one of the standards is that elements of, I'm paraphrasing now, elements of a given structure that have acquired historic significance in their own right shall be preserved. So the date of, and the aspect of the porch is relevant, in my view, to our deliberations. Do we feel that that porch has acquired significance in its own right, or that it's an addition that is of relatively speaking recent vintage that does not enhance the streetscape of the house? It's a question. I have an opinion, but I'd like to hear what others think.
I mean, I think the railing is, like I mentioned, it's really attractive, and I notice that when I look at it. I'm curious what the, if you take the porch away, it's obviously up against the side of the house. I'm wondering what the condition of the clapboards below, or not clapboards, the shingles below it are. Do you have any idea?
No, they would have to rip the porch off in order to.
What's the foundation that would be revealed?
Most likely brick skirting, although I have sort of a Frankenstein foundation. It's field stone, brick, and cement.
So it might be nice to see, is my point.
Yeah. Most likely it'll be the brick skirting. That's kind of what you see.
Right.
Yeah. The field stone is on the back side of the house that you can see from my neighbor's yard.
Have you, well, never mind.
Well, I guess I feel
It's a
that
different material,
the
but it's small
removal
enough,
would
so.
reveal the house more correctly, one might say, in terms of its period and architectural style. So having posed the question about the Secretary of Interior standards, I think my feeling is that the porch is not, the loss of the porch would not be a great loss.
I'm just wondering, since it's such a small area, the 2 steps up, have you considered other material like mahogany or Ipe instead of Trex? Which lasts a lot longer than Trex.
Yeah.
And it's more natural material to go in that nice early
Right,
house.
if it is steps, then that becomes a more affordable issue rather than doing a full mahogany wraparound porch.
Obviously.
So what's there now is mahogany. So if that were the case, then if steps were approved, I'd want to probably match it to the cannonball railings that are there if I'm going to be using those. So mahogany would probably,
You might want to look, there's a lot of different grades of mahogany.
yeah.
You might want to, Ipe, we put a deck on with Ipe, it lasts 100 years. It's called ironwood, it is so
So
hard.
expensive.
Not really, it's not any more than mahogany, I don't think so.
Have you thought, getting back to the, following along this same subject of the steps, have you thought about a natural material that would
Like granite.
exist nicely with the foundation? Maybe a granite step, or if the foundation in fact is brick.
Haven't really given thought to brick or granite. We, at our other house on 6A, we had big granite stone, and it was very, very slippery and when it froze. So because you can see that same back door, that's why we chose to go with wood, so that the doors would look similar. And yet, one being a little bigger would connote that it was the main
It's interesting what
entrance.
you just said about slippery, because when I bought my house, when my partner and I, Suzanne and I bought our house in the mid-'80s, we revealed took off a porch, and the original granite steps were underneath, and the contractor said, "Boy, you're going to go sliding on those steps." And it turned out not to be true.
Oh, did it? That's good.
And also, they don't have to be smooth; they can be textured.
Yeah, ours was like a granite stone almost, like it wasn't.
Yeah. Anyway, food for thought.
I notice here in the photo that there's just one step going up to the existing deck.
Right.
So it's very, very close to ground grade level.
Yes.
So
And then there's one more step from the deck up into the house, so the 2 steps would probably,
there's no
Work
more
for
than
that
2
grade.
would be required.
Okay.
actually it would look nice in a natural material in that beautiful early house, rather than Trex.
Yeah, I agree, but when I said, oh, give me a price for what it would be for the wraparound porch, it was $30,000.
I'm sure.
So steps, if those get approved, yeah, oh, okay, now I can use better material.
Okay. Any other questions or comments from the committee? Any questions or comments from the remaining gentlemen in the room? No?
He's just here because he's bored.
All right, I will entertain a motion.
Festive holiday evening.
Okay, before we make a motion, I just have one question about what we're going to make a motion on. So we make a motion to remove the porch and put on 2 steps as designed for that main entry door without specifying the material, or do we want to specify the material? That's my question.
Well, the application is to remove existing rotting porch, replace with steps. Does not
And
specify.
It says Trex on the second page.
But, yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess we just need to, are we going to specify material or not?
Question for the committee to decide.
We could say wooden steps.
I'd rather not box her in.
Yeah, well, by wooden steps, would pressure-treated lumber be considered wooden steps? That I would stain a mahogany color?
Good luck.
Can you stain pressure treated?
Not, well,
Not easily.
yes and no.
So
It's
you'd paint it?
It doesn't disguise it. It just changes the color.
It's ugly. You have to let it
Let it age for,
age for like 6 months to a year before you can paint it anyway.
Right, and then,
Question is, do we want to mandate the materials or not?
I think if we approve the application as it's presented, it says in the application that she's going to be using Trex. So that's why I'm asking, are we going to just approve the application as submitted, or are we going to say something about the materials used? That's why I'm asking the question.
Let me turn it back to the applicant. How do you feel about the materials at this point? Are you
Well, like it,
the options? Are you wedded to a particular material, or?
no, I'm not wedded to a particular material, no.
All right.
I want to do what looks the best.
What's durable and looks good?
Yeah, and that I can afford.
So Trex, you may or may not know, has a different nailing pattern than wood. You have to have the supports closer together.
Yes,
So you need more of them, so that's going to increase the cost of what's underneath holding it up.
okay.
Trex also expands and contracts with temperature changes, and I've known of issues where it can get extremely hot in the summertime. So if you're walking barefooted.
Oh.
I know people, I used to manage condominiums, and one place put in a Trex around the pool, and no one could walk on the, surrounding around the pool, because it got so hot. In the summertime, they had to wear shoes to get into the pool because the Trex got so hot. So just more things to keep in mind when you're deciding what material you want to use.
Okay.
So to try to sum it up, do we want to allow the applicant full latitude in her choice of material?
I don't think so.
Well, then we have to,
Because
if we
material-
don't, then we're going to have to specify
Because material is
or
part
offer
of,
options,
material is
suggest.
part of, I mean, for example, for a like exemption, it
have
has to be
brick
the same
steps.
material.
On 2 doors, and I also have granite steps, 2 sets of granite steps going up to a deck. And the brick steps can get slippery if they're not cleaned regularly. But I know some of them actually are West Barnstable bricks, they're still imprinted.
Lucky.
But I have to clean them, because otherwise they get slippery. Fortunately, that's a door that we don't use very often. But the other doorway has a combination of bricks and slate.
But I think anything gets slippery if you don't clear it off. I mean, even snow, when you walk on it and pack it down with your feet, if it's not cleared, it can
we
get
also
slippery
have the
regardless
granite-
of what the material is.
Granite steps on the other side of the house. So that they all have to be maintained in order to avoid becoming slippery. So I don't think the slippery is really a deciding factor here.
Plus, how much snow do we get down here, really?
That sticks around.
I don't know. My personal feeling is I'd like to see a natural material as opposed to a man-made material. Can we stipulate, would you be okay with that, Carol? Catherine?
Yeah, sure, a natural wood material.
Just natural, it could be stone, it can be granite, it can be brick, it can be wood, just not plastic.
Sure, I can compromise. Yeah.
How's that?
That sounds fine to me. How does the rest of the committee feel about it? Applicant seems to be happy with it. You have full flexibility except for artificial materials. We're excluding artificial materials.
Okay.
All right. So,
Do I need to make an amendment? Is that?
yeah, first we need the motion.
I move to approve application 25-A181 with one amendment of changing the material to a natural material as opposed to Trex.
It's been moved. Is there a second?
Second,
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor of approval as amended signify by saying aye.
aye.
And aye.
I just like that house so much.
What?
I like your house so much.
Oh, thank you. I do too. Very lucky to have it.
Okay, Catherine, if you'd sign this in case you change your mind, you'll let us know. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Good holiday. Thank you.
Okay, although I neglected to mention it at the outset, we do have a tabled application on the agenda, and we'll hear it now. It's 25-AD99. It's to install 12 solar panels on an outbuilding at 55 Route 6A. Susan Starkey is the owner. Skyline Solar LLC is the agent.
Move to untable this application.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor of untabling the application signify by saying aye.
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 And aye. And now we will hear application 25-AD99.
Good evening. My name's Duncan Rivera. I'm a licensed electrician here in Massachusetts. I work for Skyline Solar. And we are looking to install a new photovoltaic system, solar system, on 55 Massachusetts Route 6A for the homeowner Starkey residence. We are installing 12 solar panels on this house. And this house sits about 75 feet away from the main road, 6A. And the panels, the 12 panels, are going to be installed toward the back of the house. So most likely, you're not going to see them on the main road. The roof style is a gable roof. So two sides of this gable, we will install 6 on one side and 6 on the other. And as you've seen, the solar panels are normal solar panels, about 44.6 inches wide and about 56 inches high, or 5.5 feet high or long. We are installing the equipment in Harmony, of course. We've been in business there for 14 years now. We are located in Rainham, Skyline Solar, in the Ryan Industrial Park for 138. And we are following the National Electrical Code for 2023 for the installation. Also the 2021 International Building Code, as well as the 2021 International Residential Code. They are black. They'll be mounted on rails, everything waterproofed, and we have a good record of installing the equipment here in Massachusetts, all over, from P-Town all the way up to Newburyport, Boston, every single town. Whoever would like solar panels, we are here to help them. This roof is existing. I have not seen it. I have not been at the property, so I can't tell you the condition of the roof. But we offer to replace the roof, the shingles, even the 2x6s. If they need sistering, we offer help in sistering the rafters in the attic. The roof, we also offer to put in a new shingles if needed.
So that's not free.
Oh, it's all factored in. However, I don't want to use the word free, but however it's factored in, whatever the contract is.
Bundled.
Excuse me?
It's bundled.
Yeah, that's the word.
Thank you.
So, the homeowner's not here, obviously, but I'm here to see what you say.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well,
So I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Duncan?
Duncan. I like that name, I should.
Thank you.
So, as you may or may not know, we have had various incarnations of applications regarding solar panels at this property come before us, and all of them heretofore have been denied because of visibility problems, given the historic nature of the house and its prominent location in the historic district. But this is a new proposal. It's actually a variation on a proposal that I believe I and maybe other members of this committee presented in the past that had been rejected because of cost considerations primarily. And I have been to, with the permission of the homeowner, I personally have been to the property with a contractor to look at the condition of that roof from the inside of the building. The roof, the walls of the house have actually splayed out because of pressure on the roof and the weakness of the existing rafter structure. So there will need to be some shoring up. The opinion of this contractor was that it would probably cost, if recollection serves, he thought it would cost between $3,000 and $5,000 to make that roof sturdy enough to support solar panels. And I may be on the high side of that estimate. But just so you know what you're getting into, I thought I would offer that. And I have other thoughts on the application, but I think I will ask the committee for their thoughts first before I make additional comments or ask additional questions.
My turn?
If you want to go, I've got comments, but you can start.
This building is slightly visible from Willow Street if you're traveling south. And if you look for them, you will see them. But if you're not looking for them, you may miss them, is kind of my take on it. And the outbuilding that you're proposing to put them on is not of any historic significance that I'm aware of, although the main house is very historic. So the question is that minimal visibility acceptable or not acceptable to this committee?
And as the chairman mentioned earlier, there have been a number of different applications for having the solar panels on different roofs on the main house. My personal opinion is I'd much rather see them on this outbuilding rather than on the 1800 beautiful historic house. And I don't believe that they're visible from 6A, which is more of a concern to me than Willow Street. Willow Street, there are at least 2 other homes that have visible solar panels from the street, and these are, I think, like Mr. Grady said, as you're driving south, unless you're really looking for them and slowing down, you're not going to see them. I would agree that this is the best plan that we've seen so far, in my opinion.
Excellent. Thank you.
I concur. 6A is not going to have an issue with visibility from my perspective. As you come past BNSA, at any speed in a car, you should have your eyes on the corner that's coming up. And for 8 months, 6, 7, 8 months of the year, the vegetation is going to make any visibility from 6A, I would argue, minimal. Willow is slightly different, but as my colleague said, if you want to, you'll find them.
Well, the applicant, as you probably know, is very passionate about, actually, I would say both of them, husband and wife, are very passionate about their desire to to have these panels and conserve energy and save the environment, do their bit to save the environment. I think I can speak for all of us in saying we are not insensitive to that passion. And I think, as has been stated by others, moving the panels to the outbuilding is a big concession. Rather than trying to tweak this further, in my mind, this is an acceptable proposal. Any other questions or comments from the committee?
What?
Thank you.
That was a gavel.
No, he just
That
expressed
was a
his,
silent gavel.
expressed his opinion. He expressed his opinion.
Well, it doesn't seem to be anyone else
Discussion
present
from the audience or on
to speak to this application, so.
I don't know if you would consider it, Chairman, but the applicants have been very patient and have worked very hard. And I think that is to be admired.
Yes, and as I've sometimes said in the past, we like to work with the applicants. We do not, it's not our desire to be in an adversarial position with an application unless we feel that we absolutely have to. So,
And I would like to add that they've been in here at least 4, if not 5 times, and they've been extremely pleasant, not bitter, not antagonistic, not nasty, so I really appreciate that if you're listening, Susan.
all right. So, do I hear a motion?
I move to approve application 25-A099.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor of approval of the application signify by saying aye.
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 I said aye already. Aye.
Did you say
We
aye?
both
I
said
said
aye.
at the same time.
Amen.
Thank you.
Aye. Okay. So, please don't change your mind, but in case you do. Yeah, right there. Oh, good, that had to happen.
It's a requirement. It has to
That's a
happen every day.
requirement of the evening, right there. You can date it or I can, either way. Very good.
Thank you.
Congratulations, and congratulations to the Starkeys.
Be safe.
Right.
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Good night.
Yes.
Speak.
Sorry. Throwing stuff.
Okay.
59 Freeman.
Great.
All right, so we have 2 tabled applications. The first one,
I move to untable 25-A175.
is there a second?
Second.
Does there anyone want a second on tabling this application?
I move to untable application 25-A175. Do we have a second?
Second.
Oh, good. It's been moved and seconded. All in favor of untabling 25-A175 signify by saying aye.
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 And aye. And now we will hopefully hear 25-A175. Do we have the applicant or the applicant's representative online?
Yes.
Wonderful. Present your application, please.
Hi, my name is Steve Babola. I'm from Sand Dollar Customs, representing the owners of 59 Freeman Road. We are proposing to change out 10 windows. Currently, they are a Terratone with a grid pattern of 12/12 in between the glass panels. We are proposing to change these out to a Harvey white vinyl unit with a grid configuration of 6/6 in between the glass. There will be some minor siding repair that will have to be done, which would be changed out like for like. There is possibly a replacement of the existing street-facing 9-light fiberglass door unit. If that does move forward, that would be a like-for-like change as well.
Is that it?
Yes.
Okay, questions or comments from the committee?
I believe there was also in the application to replace the man door in the garage that's not visible from the road with a 9-light. Is that right? Did I see them?
I'm sorry, that would be the one in question, yes,
Okay, so that's the garage man door, not the front door.
correct.
So you're not replacing all the siding, just as needed?
So this is a funded project. I'm not certain if it's under the TRI hatched or one of the other funded projects. But in the guidelines, when you do a window or a door replacement, the siding also needs to be chipped back to ensure that we can apply the proper types of flash taping and weatherproofing methods that are required.
So the color of the front will remain the same?
That's correct.
Any other questions or comments from the committee? Fairly certain there is no one else online who would like to weigh in, so I will entertain a motion on the application.
Move to approve application 25A175.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor of approval signify by saying aye.
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 And aye. So congratulations, and have a good evening.
Merry Christmas.
You too.
You too.
And we have one last tabled item on the agenda that we need to untable.
Move to untable application 25-A177.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor of untabling 25-A177 signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And aye. And now hopefully we will hear 25-A177.
Not.
Evidently not. So, do I hear a motion to table until the next meeting?
Motion to table A25177.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor of tabling 25-A177 until the next meeting signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. We need to approve the minutes of the November 24th hearing.
As amended? As amended? Or whatever, with your.
Well,
edits. Right.
does that not go without saying?
Suppose.
As amended, yes.
Move to approve the minutes of the November 24th hearing as amended.
All right.
John.
Is it second? It's been moved and seconded. All in favor of approval of the minutes as amended signify by saying aye.
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 And aye. The next meeting is January 12th, 2026. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn. Second.
We are adjourned.
Woo-hoo. Good job.
Recording stop.